So a day ago, Unc dropped this video.
While we're talking, a question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now. I had to go on my own, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step, get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now. Hey, they should have never. But it is what it is, y'all. And hey, family out there, y'all keep supporting me. And I guarantee you, I ain't gonna do you wrong. Booyah.
And it turns out that drove a lot of business away because the owner, he came out. And we're going to break this shit down.
Good morning. My name's Nick, and recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for. Today, I want to speak directly to our supporters about Walter Johnson and his involvement with Destination Smokehouse. Walter was never asked to leave. The application to register the trademark for Tendernism was not filed without his knowledge. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me, and I've always been grateful for that. We've shared so many genuine moments together, talking about barbecue and bonding over the craft that we both love. These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect. Today, I'm proud of Walter for having the courage to go after his own dreams. It takes heart. I respect anyone who chooses to build something of their own, and I wish him nothing but the best. The barbecue community is really small. Guys, we all know each other, and as small business owners, I feel it's our responsibility to support one another and celebrate the craft that brings people together through our food. It's always been about great food and the spirit of the community with barbecue, and that's what Destination Smokehouse will always stand for. We're grateful for the support of our guests and our team and the barbecue community. We will remain focused on moving forward with respect, positivity, and a shared purpose. Thank you, guys.
Now, I know what y'all thinking. Nash, what did the people say? Don't worry. We're going to get in there right now. But before we do, hit that QR code and tap that link in the description. That's free cash. Free cash, Seti Nash. $5 on the freaking app as soon as you sign up. As soon as you get that app signed up on you, everything like that, just hit that QR code or tap that link in the description. We got $5 cash from Nash. And you're going to get your money through gift card, actual bank transfer, or whatever the hell else y'all want. Venmo, PayPal. We got it covered, man. The number 2 app in the goddamn Apple Store. Number 3 app in the Google Play Store. For a reason, read the reviews before you even download it. Just get that seal of approval. There you go. Free cash, QR code, or tap that link in the description. Now, y'all want to see the comments because, boy, when I tell you, they came for this man. They came for that man with swords, pitchforks, fire and brimstone, everything, bro. Roll it.
Unfollow. So are we unfollowing him? Somebody said cancelism. Thank you for popping up so I can unfollow you. Why was y'all trademarking something he said anyway? No Walter, no care. I'm glad you posted. I forgot to unfollow. The fact you got to address this shows your ass is guilty. Your restaurant really fumbled a great opportunity. Should have renamed the restaurant after Walter, Mr. Tendernism. Stay off camera and gave him a small percentage of the company. That would have been a smart move. He's clearly losing business. Oh, thank you for reminding me to unfollow you guys. You know why we're here, but great companies offer revenue sharing pathways to ownership, partnership, especially if they were a catalyst in the massive exposure that put your restaurant on our radar. It's sad y'all didn't offer him real compensation, real equity, not just cheap talk on the internet. We see right through your disingenuous behavior. Somebody said cancelism. Delete your videos with Walter if you're not using them. Nah, it's over, homie. You had your little run, Macklemore. He's clearly losing business. This may be a good time to remove all his viral posts from your page. He must be losing money since he left. I worked at Destination for 2 years, from when we were just a little shack and hammock, getting little to no customers. Watching this company grow through the years showed me a lot about business, as well as business owners. Walt came in and he was treated fairly the whole time I was there. Dude came in and was a celebrity, doing what he wanted and telling us what needed to be done. On the contrary, in the span of 2 years working there and learning everything and being a huge support to grow business, creating the fry rub, creating the second rub for the brisket, managing the back without being a lead. I never got a raise. Stayed at the same pay and started until I quit. So just treat people who built the company up right, and it comes back to you. Just saying, this dude doesn't know how to read the room. No wonder things are going downhill. His awareness level is -15. Hey, we don't give a fuck. We still Walter. If it was filed with his knowledge, did he know his name would be on it? As much money as this man has made you, you shouldn't need to go fund me for a startup. You respect and support anyone who wants to build something of their own, but the problem is Walter built something of your own. If you really honored him, you would have given him a fair percentage of Destination Barbecue. Because without him, you would not be as nationally known as you are. He built your brand. Also, in the Keith Lee 125 response video, you called Walter an owner and clapped back at Keith Lee for tipping an owner. But clearly, Walter wasn't an owner. It feels like your crowd has gone down, your views have gone down, and your followers have gone down. And that's why this video is coming out.
And it's like this, bro. And I'll do the race thing real quick. The white people who empathize with Unc, they don't see him as a black man being taken advantage of by a white man. Some do. I'm not gonna say all. The white side is looking like this. This is an older man being taken advantage of by some dude who mistreated an older man. So the owners looked at it as a younger dude who's more business savvy. This is his shit and everything. All right, cool. But even in those comment sections, they like, bro, we grew a little bit and all of this stuff and we weren't really doing too good on the business. And then tenderism. Off the bone, that's that tenderism. Yeah, that right there is what actually did it for him. But it's funny because in the comments, a lady said that this video was the video that turned the tide. And I want to ask y'all before we do this, was this video, this Keith Lee video, the one that made y'all go, yeah, we not rocking with the owner?
Huge, and it's very visible to a lot of people. But then at the end of the day, it shortchanges so many other people who built this business, including this guy, who when I met him had absolutely zero.
People thought the worst part was that Unc wasn't the restaurant owner. It wasn't. The real outrage is that the term tendernism was trademarked by the restaurant owner. What we are witnessing is an old black man being used as a mascot for another man, white man's restaurant. And let's be honest, after seeing all those viral videos of the meat falling off the bone, anybody would want to try it. It was tendernism that made this restaurant explode online. People come to see him. Keith Lee came to see him. The viral fame, the business, the buzz that came from Unc, not the owner. But when Keith tried to leave a $4,000 tip, security stopped him, saying Unc was too busy. What made people even angrier was the owner's response afterward.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done.
The way the owner speaks and Unc's energy just makes the whole thing feel uncomfortable. And ever since then, the owner has been showing up in every tendernism video. Now, the restaurant is getting canceled, with people saying the owner mistreated Unc and he doesn't get paid for all the popularity he's brought to the place. What's your take on all of this?
And now to everybody else. Let me tell you something to the owner. You may be so removed from society, so disillusioned, you actually believe the shit that you're trying to sell us. When all you were supposed to do was sell on some type of partnership that has to specifically do with the tenderism shit and everything of that nature. See, there's profit sharing. There's so many things that you could have done, but you decided not to. So when you say this disingenuous, hey, Unc and whatever and all that, why didn't you tag him? You the one with the million hit followed freaking Instagram page. Why didn't you tag him? If it was all love, why didn't you invite him for a collaboration on the videos that already been popping so that you can help him out? Just want to be that person to point that out. Now, let me tell you the truth. This is what it seems like, what it looks like from the common man to you. You a piece of shit. You a thief. You were a jealous ass little girl trapped inside of a grown man's body. You were the little girl who was basically throwing the party But the life of the party came in and you got mad. And instead of you standing with the life of the party and treating the life of the party like somebody who is there to enjoy the party, you still had to make the party about yourself. What a thing to happen. This ain't nothing but damage control, PR control. Like, hey, please don't leave us. We love him. We love him. We love him. We love him. The best thing for you that Unc did was Unc left the state. He ain't in California no more. That's the best thing, because had Unc been smart enough, Unc could have did a GoFundMe and built something right across the street from you. And that would have been the ultimate justice right there. You said when you met him, he had nothing. You said out your mouth that y'all had discussions about barbecue, which means Unc knew and knows how to barbecue, which means he's a part of that cooking crew, which means he knows how to do food just as much as you know how to do food. So I'm wondering, how much bullshit you think we gonna take? How much crap do you think we gonna allow you to flush in front of our faces? See, this is one of those things where it isn't just about, and I seen the comment from the dude talking about, how much was Unc supposed to get? It was just a moment. No, it wasn't. This was a flow of traffic. Virality in the form of buying product means massive amounts of money, which could equal up to $500,000 to $2 million. We know not the business that this man profited as far as net goes, meaning after it's all done, after all expenditures are taken care of, what did you take home? See, when we had people that say, oh man, well, he went part of the business, we didn't give a damn about no Diamond Smokehouse at all. We didn't. We came to kick it with the OG. We came for the thrill. We came for the fulfillment of what it is that the promise was off the bone tenderism. See, it's not just an older man being taken advantage of financially by a younger man. It's something that we've continuously seen as kids growing up to be adults, how we hear about some older person, male or female, being taken advantage of by some young, hungry dummy who only has financial profit in their pocket. Ain't nothing wrong with being the coach. Ain't nothing wrong with being the manager. You don't have to be the star player, and that's exactly what he wanted to do. You knew he was reading off of the teleprompter when literally his eyes never freaking deviated at all, and his constant tone was one of reading. See, I can do it this way. I can pull up exactly what he read, and y'all gonna be like, God dang, that's crazy. He really just did that. Give me a second. Now watch how I do this here. Good morning, my name is Nick, and recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for. Today, I want to speak directly to our supporters about Walter Johnson and his involvement with Destination Smokehouse. Walter was never asked to leave. The application to register the trademark for Tendernism was not filed without his knowledge. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me, and I've always been grateful for that. We shared so many genuine moments together, talking about barbecue and bonding over the craft that we both love. These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect. Today, I'm proud of Walter for having the courage to go after his own dreams. It takes heart. I respect anyone who chooses to build something of their own, and I wish him nothing but the best. The barbecue community is really small. Guys, we all know each other, and as small business owners, I feel it is our responsibility to support one another and celebrate the craft that brings people together through our food. It's always been about great food and the spirit of the community with barbecue, and that's what Destination Smokehouse will always stand for. We're grateful for the support of our guests and our team and the barbecue community. We will remain focused on moving forward with respect, positivity, and a shared purpose. Thank you, guys. Without saying at the end, much love to Walter and the success that he brought us. You know, you could have franchised the Smokehouse, Diamond Smokehouse, and allowed that man to be manager of that damn shit, and he would have made a ton of money, and you know what would have happened? You could have let him go do the Tenderism Smokehouse, gave him a bigger share of the profits, And you could have still just did yours and then did your own thing. But you too small-minded. He had nothing, what you told us. Now we know he had the sauce. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe, turn on the bell to notify. Hit that like button if you want. If you don't, then I understand. But one thing we don't do, we don't fall for the okie dokie, for the bullshit poke. But shout out to Mr. Walter, Mr. Tendernism. Y'all go check him out over there. Dirk, look like Sadie Nash is right. He coming home. This lawyer makes all the sense in the world. But one small detail. Click here to see this viral video of this lawyer destroying the feds, or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one.